Hello, this is another in my series of instructional machine shop videos from Gold Machine Works Incorporated. Today we're going to be using the 3A Brown Sharpe universal milling machine again. We're going to be milling a 7/16 radius on a piece of Ampco 18 hardware bronze using the form relief cutter that you see here at this point. As you can see from the setup, the cutter is very rigidly held. There's a very short stick out of the arbor. The arbor support is up close to it, making a very rigid setup. The Ampco is on parallels in the vise, securely clamped. The part has already been aligned in the y-axis with the cutter, and the depth of cut has already been set on the z-axis. If we look right here, we can see a rough part, a square edge just roughly milled, and here we see the finished part. Very smooth finish. This is accomplished using a Brown Sharpe 7/16 radius form relief radius cutter on the mill. I'm running 30 RPMs, 11/16 of an inch per minute feed. So without further ado, we'll start the cut. First of all, I'm going to come over here. I'm going to turn the cutting oil on. This operation takes a lot of cutting fluid to keep things moving smooth. Okay, we have a good flow of cutting oil on the part. Now I'm going to reach up here and engage the spindle. And you can see the part is the cutter is rotating. Plenty of cutting oil on it. We're going to engage the feed lever. As you can see from the digital readout, the table is moving. And we're just going to sit here and watch it cut for a minute. Probably will not let it cut the entire part to not make the video too long and to bore you. So this is a bit of a slow table feed, but I want a really nice finish on these parts. And Ampco 18 is kind of a hard bear to get a good finish on, pushing kind of a surface like this. But as you can see, looking beside the cutter, you can see bronze chips are starting to come off as the cutter is just engaging the corners of the part. And as you watch, you'll see more and more chips coming off as the full form of the cutter gets the full radius put on the part. This is classic old school milling. Not a better way to do a part like this. You might ask why I'm running cutting oil instead of some kind of a synthetic or whatever. Basically lubrication. You can't beat this mineral type cutting oil, straight mineral cutting oil. For lubricating the part and the cutter, makes the cutter life last much longer. As you can see, we're rolling some pretty good chips off of here now. And she's just coming on across the part. So we'll just watch her roll. Bronze chips coming off. You notice the forceful stream of cutting oil keeps all the grooves or chip clearance grooves of the cutter washed out, so I'm not recutting chips or jamming anything. Protects the cutter, protects the part. And as we're coming along, you can see on the front here, oil's coming off, chips coming off. Been running this shop 33, almost 34 years now. And I've seen a lot of parts through here and run a lot of them on this mill over the years. Just for your information, this machine was built somewhere in the 1930s. And it's still running today. This is June 2019. And it still has very tight tolerances on it. It'll run any part I need, holds the tolerances. It just sits there and gets it. As you can see, the part's getting farther back under the cutter. I'm going to change my view just a little bit here. We're almost off the part. Just a little bit more and the cutter will be across the part. It's kind of hard to see from here, so I have to look out from the end of the arbor back under the arbor to really see when I clear the part. Okay, we're just about clear of the part now. Yeah, we're clear of the part, I do believe. Yeah, we're clear of the part. So I'm going to stop the table feed. I'm going to reach around here. I'm going to shut the valve off on the cutting oil. I'm going to stop the clutch. Stops the spindle rotation. Now I'm going to crank the part back through. And I'll let you see what the finished part looks like. There be, let me get the cooling line out of the way. There be the finished part. Get a few of these chips off of here so we can see it a little better. And I mean, that is a slick finish on there. That's just a glass smooth finish. So anyhow, I hope you have enjoyed this and then another of my instructional videos here of how you machine parts. So have a right good day and thank you. Goodbye.